of the unknown. You have survived another bout with the haggard grasses of the wildcat tonsils. You say you don't know what that means, but you know what it means metaphorically and unconsciously. You know what it means on a sandy summer day at 3 in the afternoon when you start to wish you had a salami submarine sandwich to munch. You know what it means, and you'll know what it means all the more once you finally stub down your 187th yellow number 2 pencil. You will find a new layer of meaning to it once you finally recover the right-handed glove you lost at the corner of 12th and Wisconsin Avenue 12 years ago. And you will find a new meaning altogether the next time you leave the house with your mismatched notions of what it means to accomplish something as a citizen of Milwaukee. Because all who inhabit the circumference of Milwaukee must accomplish something, whether they know it or not. But you know it because you have survived another bout with the haggard grasses of the wildcat tonsils. Who is a champion of the unknown? Someone who lives a life of meaning and purpose. Someone who is loved and gives love. Someone who is well, whole, and safe. Everybody hopes that in the end of whatever situation they currently lean on, that they will champion what is currently unknown. But the ever-relearned fact is the unknown is also what is eternal. It goes on and on. It's not like some book you can close. The unknown is another person's thoughts. The unknown is later today. The unknown is everything that was before you were born, if there was anything at all. The unknown is death itself. The unknown is also where we place our hopes. The unknown is where we place our hopes, knowing full well it can go very wrongly. To put your faith in the unknown is to be courageously curious, spontaneous, and spontaneous. To trust that the curses, the struggles, the sadness, the depression, the bunched up underpants and boogers are all the plot twists that deliver you to victory, you champion of the yet to be known. Now, to choose the unknown is a very risky, unsure, tricky, misty thing. But most successful fools know that the unknown will bring you more overall satisfaction than following your very specific plans. Following the unknown, not knowing what it is, but just going and admitting that you don't know a dang thing, will free your lobster. And now I will free our lobster by randomly selecting a word in the dictionary, reading it aloud, and incorporating its meaning into this talk, because that is how we face the unknown. We look for clues, because the most important thing about the unknown isn't the unknown. It's the unknown as it becomes known, and what we do with it, and how we create meaning from it. Obviously, in an obvious manner. So the unknown is the opposite of obvious, right? We follow our instincts when we face the unknown, because our instincts are the one thing that is obvious to us. So if it is the first day of school, and everybody is afraid of everybody because they have never met each other before, you go with the people who look familiar to you because there is something obvious in it. Or, that's a terrible example, but I'm just telling you, it's obvious. But see, I didn't even get a big laugh like that until I said that I didn't know what I'm talking about, which is obvious. So, if you follow the obvious, you will find the release, you will find the laughter, you will find the slit in the fabric, and you follow through, and you find the clue, and suddenly you have a mystery to unsolve for you. Mysteries are in the stomachs of all beings, like those in pork belly, deepened by maple wood smoke and other essences whose sources will never be fully revealed. There are mysteries in the DNA of saliva. You might whine that the mysteries take too long to get here and catch you, but the mysteries are already here, swirling in the bottom of the vase, exuded, mysteries exuded by dying daffodils and released through stem tips. Here, take this mystery water and rub it on your skin, and slight sensations will tingle you all the way to your scalp. Tingle, tingle, little wrist. Oh, I wonder how you twist. Each time a lightning bolt hits the earth, shaking it, mysteries are transferred. Remember the spoon bender? She was given the mysteries. And when you meet the crossroads of the unknown, and it is a particularly precarious fog of indecision, you might find yourself in a situation of asking, do I want to regret something? Or do I want to sacrifice something? And which one can I live with more? You see, there is so rarely a right or wrong answer to any situation. There is only the unknown and your action within the unknown, and what happens once you take an action post-unknown. But while you are making the decision, you can begin to feel like a cat given the opportunity to go outside one day. You can be like a Mobius strip, an hourglass of infinity, in or out, and your owner looks at you and scoffs at you and yells at you, decide, you tortured cat, decide, but you don't know what to do. But actually, you do have one method that is obvious to you. You lift your paw, and you hold the air around your paw, and you quiver your paw, feeling the air as it changes against the hypersensitive receptors in your paw. And by feeling the air, you know if it is too cold, you will go back inside. But if it's good, you're good. But sometimes these situations are more complicated than just a simple paw flick. So you have to flick your other paw, too. And you have to go back and forth. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And you go inside or you go outside. And that is that. Unless it is a multi-layered decision with many consequences and fears at hand. And then, and only then, my cat, there is one gold standard test. The tail. You raise your tail and you wave it. Now, let's say you are an old cat and it is a cold day but not too cold. Your tail will move fluidly like a flag, and you will know that it is a good day to go catch a robin. But if it is a beyond the cold day, your poor arthritic tail will jerk back and forth, and you will know that if it's bad on your tail, it's bad on your bones, it's bad on your hips, it's bad on your little paws, and you need to go back inside. And from this cat example, we learn that when facing the unknown of life, we do not listen to our brains because our brains are deranged. We listen to our bodies, and most specifically, we listen to our tails. Now, most of us were not born with tails. And in that case, you need to find some way to build a tail. After I graduated art school and was fired from my job because I don't belong working for other people, I was very unemployed for many months, and I had no idea what direction to go in because it's not like they teach you how to earn money in art school. So I resorted to what was obvious to me. I crocheted myself a hat with a hole in the top, and then I braided my hair, and I stuck a wire through it, and I stuck it through the top of the hat so it could stick straight up, and I said, I don't know a thing. I know nothing, but somewhere in outer space, in a parallel universe, not that different from our own, there is someone who can receive my calls and my messages, and they can send me a message back, a direction, a suggestion back, and it will come back through the air and come down my antenna of hair. And indeed, that is what happened. I did not receive words. I'm not insane. But I did, nothing against insane people. But I did receive an obvious instinct, and that was to go outside where all the people were with my antenna. And that is what I did. I stood there right in the middle of town. As people passed by, they stared at me. What the heck is up with her? And I didn't know because I was in the unknown. But I realized very quickly that people weren't going to interact with me if I didn't have some sort of invitation for them. So I happened to carry a piece of chalk in my purse because I'm an artist. And I drew a circle on the ground, and then I wrote, "Ask me anything." And I stepped in the circle of safety, and all of a sudden, people were asking me questions like I was some sort of a psychic, but I went with it because that is what the unknown asked me to do that day. And I gave everybody tons of love advice, even though I know nothing of love. But the unknown delivered to me $45 that day, which was enough that I could ride the bus home and eat. And I have been living off of that treat ever since. And now, my mysterious someone, you are the keeper of secrets, mystery, and haze on a windy, blustery October afternoon. These are my secrets. Secrets so secret that even I do not know the full extent of their meaning or significance or purpose. I ask that you hold my secrets in the palm of your hand like a sedated hamster. Keep them warm and fed, please. Well done. And now that you know my secrets contain the condition of being very alive, I promise to share them with you entirely, all of them. All right, secrets. What is the sound of 2 eggs cracking? Where is the soul kept inside of a hippopotamus? Where is the train at the exact moment you first hear its whistle blow? How do you successfully make a noise by pressing 2 blades of grass against your lips? How lazy is the duck? What is science? Where do thoughts go when they die? How do you spell things when they are wrong? And why do you spell them so wrongly? What lies in your psyche? What does the cattail ponder? Where does your hope physically come from? Why do you pick up some litter bits but leave others of the same size and variety to molder? What else do you feel when you feel a gaze at the back of your head? How far do the desires of a desert cactus reach versus how far do the desires of a common houseplant reach? Eh? Can you handle all this knowledge? Yes or no, you must. I live rife with the worms of secrecy. So do you. The soil of our planet cannot be defined as merely dirt unless you call it a dirty, filthy secret. Planet Secret welcomes you into the many layers of the unfolding unknown.